Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
Here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year of the NFL now.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot.
Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall to the 27-yard line. The numbers for Hall in last week's ball game:
18 carries, 133 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Here's Hall again.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
Breece Hall, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive.
Well, partner, not exactly the way they drew up the start of this one, but a chance to redeem themselves and hit the reset button here on their second possession.
And I do like that word that you just used, reset, right? In a lot of ways, it's just shaking off what happened before, starting fresh, almost like it's your first drive all over again. Go out and put your best foot forward.
The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 12 carries, 68 yards.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here, because to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Looking to throw. That is caught. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Olave with his first grab, and he also has a first down.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. You talk about this Jets defense.
And they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
It's a 6-yard run, leaves them with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
This defense for the Jets, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they picked it up.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Levis looking to throw.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor. Moving inside the 20.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Defense.
So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense, pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out. Where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. And he's
to him back at the... Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
So we've seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter. Here's another good example.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a fourth down coming up. Boswell's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
New York ready to go again offensively. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Levis back to throw. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They'll give to Hall. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 55 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like, oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 15.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
And he's going to be brought down right there after the catch at the 34. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Coming left is Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Miller is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Kamara going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Again, Kamara. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Levis in trouble. Down he goes. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
2nd down. Here's Levis. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Levis on 3rd down. He'll find Schwartz, complete right side. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
2nd and 3. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. 7 yards there and a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick-6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick-6.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Bryce Hall there defensively. So we've reached halftime with. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here are the Jets now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Hall. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 9. Levis. He's going to rifle one deep left side. They've got his man complete. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 42 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Straight ahead is Hall. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Hall again on 2nd down. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Bryce Hall with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And fights through one man. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 125 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. The offense for the Jets ready to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there. Make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
They'll look to throw. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense, everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
First and 10, here's Levis. His throw incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Back to the air on second down, Levis. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Levis looking to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Now how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
The second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is... Before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Kamara off the draw. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return.
And the Jets will take over. Another drive coming up for New York's offense.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans.
Here's 3rd and 7.
All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Levis sets up to throw here.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Grabbing, a little hand fighting, but any means necessary on 3rd down. He was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
It's taken to the 26. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now the Saints get set to trot out there.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
They begin on the ground with Kamara.
Takes it to about the 37.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8.
Now back to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Trying the left side with Kamara.
He's to the 15.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Saints have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and they will take a 7-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Another go-around now for the Jets offense. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Levis now on 1st and 10.
First down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And meanwhile, here's a second down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Levis out of the shotgun now. He's got his, and it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim fourth quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. First and 10, it's Levis. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Levis looking to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. That's the former Buckeye Pete Warner getting the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Desperation time now. Here's Levis. That caught by Trimble. And he is going to have a Jets first down. Boy, that was a tough couple of yards to pick up, but they convert on 4th and 1. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw, it's Levis. Oh, no, he lost the football. fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Saints will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, you can just see this one coming, couldn't you? It's an obvious passing situation, 3rd and long. The defense is going to bring in 2 more defensive backs and say, you want to throw? Go ahead. We dare you. And there's just no one open anywhere as they come away with the interception.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. There he goes, right side. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 201 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And that's going to be another first down. Good running for him to start the drive. This one, 11 yards. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. A give. This is Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Jets are going to get the football back. How about that for a call? Leading in the second half, fake punt, but this one's going to work against them.
And, partner, I love a fake punt as much as anyone. In fact, I might love it more than other people, but in this case, probably a step too far because not only does it not work, but look at the field position they gave up after the attempt.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Here comes 2nd down at 5. Here's Levis. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
Well, they know anything less than a touchdown here at this late stage is going to be no good. They were going for it all right there. But it was just too hard to adjust to that one in the air, and it winds up incomplete.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed.
The New Orleans offense set to take over.
And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.